Hello, Tara here. I'm going to try this again. I just got partway through and got interrupted, so I don't know where. Anyway, um, so this is I'm just going to show the layouts that I've gotten done up to this point of the month. I kind of haven't done very much the last few days, so hopefully I'll have something to show for the end of the month. But anyway, this is day one from 30 Days of Sketches from Christy's Beautiful Life, round 13. And the first day was this hexagon centered sketch from Rachel Gilland at Mrs_G_27 on Instagram. And I use the Take Me Home kit from Mercy Tierra Kits. I thought the paper was perfect, the hexagonal paper, and what else? Since I did the video, I did a process video for this one. Since I did that, I've added some twine onto the tags, so that that won't be in the video if you go back and look at that. But I thought the colors were perfect. It's really meant to be a fall kit, but this was taken in August at a wedding. But the colors matched really nicely, so I liked how it turned out. This is from day 2, Jessica Fenhill, Lakeview Creative, and I also used it for Scraptember day 16 paper tearing because she had these lovely tears in her sketch. There's also a process video for this one using Paige Evans' Garden Shop from a kit from the Scrap Shots from last year. So I've added in a few of the Scrap and Happy Studio Flair. They're from all 3 different kits, but I liked how the orange of the camera picked up the flowers, paw print, and Happy Days, because my daisy's gone now, so this just makes me smile to look at. Anyway, so that's that one. Then we go into, I turned day 3 into a 2-page layout, and I did do a process video for this one. And I also used it for Scraptember day 14 using a cut file puncher die, and I did use a cut file on here. So the way that I've spread this, did I say Susan L at Susan_ELL5 on Instagram created this sketch. And I think it's a neat one. I'm going to use it again at some point for just the single page because it's a great way to include lots of little photos. And I had lots of little photos from this this night. We had friends back at our cabin. So I love how it turned out. And since I did the video, I've added in, so I wanted to add some twine to my tag there. And then I also did just a bit of strip journaling, and just, again, to make it look a little different than what I've got going on other ones, I've just kind of outlined it with a black pen. And then I was like, what the heck? So I did like a double scribbly line around the border. And because it's a 2-page, I don't go down this side. I made it look like one big page. Then I also went around a few of the cardstock elements. So that one and this one as well. So this isn't showing in the video or on Instagram, but I kind of like how it kind of pulled it together, brought in a little more of the black that you see here in the camera, because this and this, there was only a tiny bit of black, and I just wanted to pull a little bit more in. So that was that one. Again, there's a process video for that. Going into day 4, Miss Carrie from at Miss Carrie's Creations, and she does have a YouTube channel, and I can't remember if she's still on the design team for Not Just for Boys, but this is a Not Just for Boys kit that came out in July. It was Christmas in July. And then I also used it for Scraptember day 20 stickers. Shoot, I meant to put some twine in here. Well, I still have to go back and do that, I guess. But anyway, yeah, it was pretty well all from the page kit and I added in some sequins. These aren't the sequins that came out with this kit at the same time, but it came out last December with the Not Just for Boys kits. So I've added in a few other elements. The little gold stars are from this past December. Sequin mix, and oh, this frame. This frame was in one of the kits at Christmas time just this past year. So kind of fun getting back into Christmas stuff, eh? Lots of Christmas lines coming out. So, and I've said to myself, I'm not going to buy any this year. I'm only going to take what comes in kits. I just ordered some of the Vicky Boutin Peppermint Kisses line because I didn't do her class this year. I thought, I'm not going to, I still haven't put anything in the album that I did last year from her kit or her class. And I thought, so anyway, I just ended up buying a bunch. And you know dang well that it's going to show up probably in a scrap room kit and probably a couple of pages in Not Just for Boys, but it's a cute line, so that's fine. This was from the same kit, and it was for day 5 from Christine Harden. Yeah. Christine Harden at Scrapping Harden, and I also used it for Scraptember Day 22 patterned base. So quite a different look because I'm using blue as the base. I didn't use any blue in the other layout, but I kind of pulled out blue stickers. Some of these die cuts, let's see, this die cut, that, and the little page tabs. Oh, and the little penguin. Look how cute he is. They were from one of the, was it from the add-on kit from last Christmas? Anyway, still Not Just for Boys, but, and then I added in some letters. So, oh, and a Scrap and Happy Studio Flair, Dear Santa. So, again, another Christmas one. I have one more in this pile, and I can't believe I'm getting so many Christmas layouts done in October. So this one was from, I can't, Florida Papel 15 on Instagram. But really cool sketch, and I've altered it, so I'm going to go back and use it again like this. But this one, I just, for whatever reason, I decided to, let's see, like this. So instead of coming in from the center of the page, I've got my strips coming in from the corners, and it was basically so I could use up some of these scraps. I only had a little bit of this paper, so I cut it into strips and just played around with the color configurations. And let's see, was this is a Shimmers sequin mix. And again, some Scrap and Happy Studio Flair. This was a scrap room kit from, I bought it as a single shot kit, so it's one that it's from probably last year, the year before I subscribed. So I just went back and bought the ones that I really liked. So this was Paige Evans' Wonder product, I believe. Anyway, and some gold splatters. I can't remember if I did Heidi or whether this was a Shimmers something or other. And then there's some blue in there too. Okay. So day 7, Cheryl Ashcroft at Watch Cheryl Scrap. And again, I turned her. I did a process video for this one. And I don't think I did one for that last one. Don't think so. Maybe I did. Who knows? The month has gotten away from me. So this one is all about the sequins and the shaker pockets. I love how it turned out. It was a Hip Kit Club kit from June. And then these are the Woodland Grove sequin mix from Rachel Talman, and I frickin' love them. They look so good with this paper. And little Lauren here. I love how this turned out. I don't have girls, so my boys have had flowers and pink and sequins on their page all along, but it's fun to make it a little more girly. Moving on to day 8, Gloria Montross at Gloria Montross on Instagram. It's all these torn layers, and I used a scrap room kit from July. And since the video that I did, I've added in some of the strip journaling with just a fun little font. I can't remember which one it is now. And I added just a touch of ribbon to that tag. That's a Heidi Swap. It's like a thin, not an organza, but a satin ribbon, I believe, is how she has it in there. She's got some neat ribbons. I just ordered some ribbon for her. And then she's got those metallic threads, which I'm kind of enjoying and will be using more of. But that was a pretty one. I thought this peach pulled out the sunrise color there. So happy with that. Tractor coming in, don't mind the noise. Sorry guys, another interruption, and I needed to take a break for a minute because I'm losing patience. Oh God, just give me 10 minutes to get something done here without, anyway. So, day 9, Cindy, I think it's Tyler. That's how I would pronounce it, Brown, but it might be Tyler. This day I had a whopper of a headache, and I was really happy that it's mostly photos. And at first I had one photo and a different idea for the page. And then I thought, I am just going to follow this sketch, print out my photos, and be done with it. And so these are just some pictures I took one morning when I was out with the dogs. These are buildings that will be torn down within the next bit. So I wanted to get a few photos of them. I took quite a few, so these are just a few. And that's just actually from Not Just for Boys, from a kit from last year. I don't have very much of it left, but it worked for this. Okay, day 10, Lorraine Wilmot. This was a fun one. When I saw these bubbles coming out, I found this photo of Lauren from, is that 2 years ago, 3 years ago? And well, she's 6 months in it. No, 4 months. Nope, 10 months. Nope, 10 months. No teeth. I think it's 10 months. No teeth, and just so cute. So anyway, she's in a bubble in with her balls. So I just instead of the 5 offshoots, I did 3 groupings, and then this was I think it's a Spiegelmum Scraps sequin mix, and then a few Scrap and Happy Flair. And I think these 2 were from the same collection. I don't know if that was from the same pack or not, but yeah, super cute. Day 11, Mel Walkden at Mel Walkden, and she has a YouTube channel and Instagram, and it's a massive tag, and I immediately thought Christmas. So here we go with a Christmas layout with Cartabella from 2 years ago. I've barely touched it, so I was happy to pull it out. Eyelash. And then a Scrap and Happy Studio Flair. And I just inked it with, what would I have used? Pumice Stone. Just because it was so bright and it kind of was too white. I mean, I do have a bit of white elements here, but it just was sticking out and didn't look right. So now that I know I can ink those canvas things, I don't know why I never thought of that before, but I mean, any of these white and black ones that they have, or she does, you could use whatever color on them. So I'm excited about that. So I was happy with that one. That's my 3rd Christmas layout for October. This is another one with the Paige Evans Garden Shop, and a sketch for day 12 from Sandra Lee. I kept pretty close, but I think this is a gap, and I added in like an askew piece of paper just for one more element. And otherwise, I mean, my photos are larger, so I did adjust the sizing a little bit, and I beefed up the embellishment clusters a bit, but otherwise pretty close. This is from a few years ago before Michelle was married, a bridal shower layout. So I loved these little watercolor hearts from Scrap and Happy Studio, and they mixed in really nice. And then this was from another set, but it's another watercolor type flare. And then otherwise everything was the Paige Evans. And now a 2-page. So I had originally picked out different papers for these photos, but once I got going, I just started grabbing different lines. So I mean, this is Heidi Swap, this background piece here, and you barely see it, which is a shame, but this is Minte, and it's got bokeh, a bokeh pattern on the background. So I've used that for the page matting, and also for the matting of the photos, like what I was able to gut out. Isn't that pretty too? I'm a little upset that I used both sheets that I had of this, but I might have another one stashed away somewhere. It was from Heidi Swap, Honey and Spice, and then this is from Simple Stories, Boho Baby, and then a lot of the elements are from that collection. And then this is Crepe Paper Magical Forest. So there was a couple of years there where a lot of the lines really went together well. And another one is that there's a Wild Whispers line, Sweet Little You maybe, and it mixes in nicely with it too. So I did adjust. So here she's calling for one large 8x10 photo, and I just kind of did a block and then extended this pattern paper over here to take the place of this area, and then just added in some journaling tags there. Instead of these two circular elements there, I did kind of one circular bunch of embellishments there and one down in the corner here. Just I originally had it there and I didn't like how it looked. So let's see, I think this was a Spiegelman Scraps sequin mix. But otherwise, like all these little bits are from the Simple Stories Boho Baby, and the foam, the journaling tags. Yeah. So I love how that turned out. Two more. So this one is from Alma Ross at love_paper_ribbon for day 14. And this is from a Not Just for Boys kit. The background paper actually came in a grab bag from last year from their Black Friday sale. But it had a train on it, and they live in St. Thomas, and it's the railway city. So I thought it was perfect. So I ended up flipping the sketch because otherwise that would have been covered up. I didn't want it to be like a train, but I wanted to have it in the background there to just... and then I've got United Railroads here up just for... So this had a lot of great ephemera in the kit. This was... didn't write it down. Can't think. But, so everything basically is from the kit or from add-ons. There's Tim Holtz ephemera. There's 49 and Market ephemera. The little stars were a Not Just for Boys exclusive, as was this little family metal tag. I did add in some thickers and some Simple Stories stickers, and hand wrote in some journaling there with their times. And it was for their challenge this month, which was to use different fonts or pieces for your title. So anyway, I like how this is kind of... I used to do a lot of layouts like this, very shabby and grungy, and I miss it. So I probably will start doing a few more of those again because they're fun and grubby. So otherwise, that was a great sketch too. It left... I mean, you could do a lot with that. Anyway, a lot of great sketches this round. I'm really been loving it. So then also Scrap a Sketch, they have their second birthday this month. So she had a week of sketches, and I've only gotten one done so far. This is from day 1, and I've kept pretty close to this sketch, other than instead of 2 photos. I just did one. This is one of our nieces, Melinda. She has lots of cute animals, and I've got to start doing more of them. But this is Kiki and Howie, just laying nicely for a change. So this was a scrap room kit from May, and it's Fancy Pants Honey and Bee. Oh, and did I do it for, I might have done it, oh, so for Scrap-A-Sketch, you also had this little cheat card, and you have to pick 5 on there to include on your layout. So I used stripes, flowers, 3 pattern papers. Technically, I have more than 3. 1, 2. Well, no, because I've used the backs of some. So I'm calling it. I don't know if you had to stick to 3 or at least 3, but anyway. Tags. I've got a big tag here. And thread, and again, I've used that Heidi Swap. This one is in gold, metallic thread to tuck under. And I've had to use a couple of fonts for my title because, be darned, there's a lot. Anything I picked out didn't have an ampersand in it. I don't know what that's about. Or is that an ampersand? No. What's the @ symbol? That's an ampersand. Anyway, nobody's doing these anymore, so I ended up after I picked out this one and saw that there wasn't one, I found this gold one. This is, I think, from Maggie Holmes from a couple of years ago. But anyway, this one isn't even up on Instagram yet. I will have to get to that and start doing a few more process videos. I should have Mercy Tira's kit coming today, the new one, the Harvest. And there's lots of unboxing videos, but what I thought I'd do is show how I do, like when I get a kit, I generally pull photos right away and stick with it. And sometimes I even go, like for her kits, they're massive, right? So I might even, for something like that, or not just for boys, I start already pulling papers and ephemera and embellishments to go with that layout. So I might show how I go through that process maybe tomorrow, once it's, because I don't know what time it'll show up here today, but yeah, looking forward to that. It's a good one too. It'll mix in nice with this last one. So that's it for today. I'm glad I got done without another interruption, and I appreciate you stopping by and spending some time with me, and we'll see you again. Have a great day.